Hi everybody, I'm Noah Schwartz. Welcome into a Halloween edition of Blunation. It's your home for a recap of all of this week's biggest sports headlines, both with the Blue Golds and elsewhere. And as if my Halloween costume weren't scary enough, the real scary part is being a show host here at TV10. Let's get started. We start off with the Blue Gold football team, whose struggles continued on Saturday as they hit the road to take on WIAC rival and number 22 ranked UW River Falls. The good news is that the Blue Gold's offense was able to tally 232 yards of total offense on the day. The bad news, everything else. Eau Claire was outscored 35-0 in the first quarter, and the rest was just a formality. The 63-6 loss drops the Blue Gold's record down to 1-6 on the season. The Blue Golds will be back at Carson Park this Saturday at 1 to take on the UW Stevens Point Pointers, who are also 1-6. As always, if you can't make it to the game, Justin Narveson and I will have the call live on Blue Gold Game Day. In the other kind of football, the Blue Gold women's soccer team were on the road for the last time this regular season on Sunday as they took on the St. Norbert College Green Knights in Green Bay. Despite the 4 goals on the scoreboard for the Blue Golds, defense was the star of the show as Eau Claire earned their 3rd straight shutout in the 4-0 win. Freshman defender Paige Crawford earned WIAC Quick Trip WIAC Athlete of the Week honors for her role in keeping the net empty. The win moves the Blue Golds' record up to 11-5-1 on the season, and their regular season finale is this Saturday at home against UW Platteville. The Blue Gold men's soccer team has also been on fire this season, and the team's winning ways continued on Sunday at Carleton College. In a tight, hard-fought game, neither team was able to find any spark for their offense for much of the game. It wasn't until the 88th minute when sophomore defender Will Myers scored a header on the team's only shot of the second half to give the Blue Golds the 1-0 win. The 4th straight victory brings the team's record to 17-2 on the regular season, and they'll close out their schedule tomorrow night at UW Whitewater. And the Blue Gold women's tennis team competed in the WIAC Championships in Madison this weekend. As a team, Eau Claire earned 18 points in the standings, which was good enough to earn 2nd place overall in the tournament. Individually, freshman Anna Lee had a strong showing, beating 3 of the conference's best players in order to win the number 4 singles championship. We congratulate Lee and the team on a great season. In pro sports now, the biggest story at this hour is across the world in Russia. WNBA star Brittany Griner has lost her appeal of a 9-year sentence for drug charges this morning. As NPR reports, Griner admitted to accidentally bringing in a small amount of medical hashish oil into the country back in February. The 9-year sentence is close to the maximum allowable for that kind of offense in Russia. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken tweeted that, quote, that the decision was, quote, another failure of justice, compounding the injustice of her detention. And meanwhile, in Indianapolis, the Colts will have a new starting quarterback next week. Former league MVP Matt Ryan sustained a grade 2 separated shoulder against the Titans last week. In his absence, Colts head coach Frank Reich announced that the backup Sam Ehlinger will take over the starting job not just for the duration of Ryan's recovery, but for the rest of the season. Ryan has thrown 9 interceptions and fumbled the ball 11 times through 7 games this season, leading the league in both categories. He's also tied for the lead in times sacked with 24.